Right, so I was on eBay and saw a throttle come up for sale. The thing that I thought appealed to me, it's fast acting for one thing, but also more particularly, perhaps it's got a 90-degree bend, which I think would tidy up the cable run on the B50. So I bought it. It was described as complete, and it kind of is, except for the screws. Screws are missing, which is disappointing. But it does look pretty solid. It's obviously metal. I thought it would be plastic, but evidently not. Obviously that's plastic. But I'm going to clean it up. This part fits in here somewhere to run the cable around. So yeah, interesting. That must go in there, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm trying to work out what these threads are. This thread gauge should work. The holes are blind, by the way. They don't come all the way through, so the screw's got to be the right length. And somewhat to my surprise, they turn out to be M5. I was expecting it to be an imperial size, but no, it's just an M5 0.8mm pitch. So I'll have a look, see if I've got anything that will suit that. So looking through my box of miscellaneous stainless steel, or mostly stainless steel, screws, found these two, which are both crosshead, and they look to be not only the right thread, but the right length as well, so that's absolutely perfect. I think it'll work. See if that actually goes in all the way, nips up, or whether it runs out of thread. So yeah, that nips up all the way, so that's got all the thread in, and it gets way to the bottom of the hole, so that's absolutely perfect. Nice strong grip on the threads. And so these are stainless as well, so that's a bonus. So this is pretty clean now. There was some sort of real crud trapped in here. Looks like sort of grit and mud, basically, really sort of caked on. But that's all clean now. This nylon part is clean as well, so that fits in there, I assume. So yeah, all good. This is clean too. I was thinking I would keep my original throttle cable. This one's slightly cruddy, but thinking about it, this fitting is different, so I'll need to think about that and maybe put this cable on, clean it up, and use this one. We'll see. So my logic for keeping this cable is either it's relatively clean and new, but also it's got the adjuster in it, although it's probably too long, and we might have an issue with the fitting here. So we'll have a look. Okay, actually I'd forgotten that I put a bit of tape around here because it was not gripping the handlebar properly. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no real need to change it, but I don't know. It's nice to tinker sometimes, isn't it? See, this one's got a nice brass ferrule soldered on. Yeah, I'll see what I can do with the other cable. Right, I think I'm going to have to use this cable because without detaching the ferrule, I can't get it through this adjusting screw. And there's no need for the inline adjuster if I've got this one here, of course. So yeah, I'm going to try and clean this up and swap this one in. It's actually shorter than the other as well, which means it won't have to hang down so far, which is my other excuse for replacing it. This is just brake cleaner, is it? Yeah, brake and clutch cleaner. So I'll try and get any existing crud out, and then I'll let this dry out, evaporate, and re-oil it. Okay, this is coming out the other end now. The brake cleaner solvent, so the grease is starting to appear at the bottom end. So I just keep running it through till it seems to have got the most of the crud out. Yeah, so this brake cleaner is running pretty much clear now. I think that'll do. So I'll leave that to evaporate for a few hours, and then I'll put in some oil. The actual cable looks pretty good. It's not rubbed or damaged in any way. It's got this reinforcement where it runs around the headlight. So yeah, good enough to use again, I think. Just trying this new grip on, I noticed that there's quite a nasty burr on the end of this handlebar, which I hadn't noticed before. So I'm just going to file a little chamfer on there. Whether that's me dropping it on the floor, could be. This one's obviously had a bit of punishment over the years, but not too bad, just a little catch there. That's better. It wasn't spinning freely because it was catching on the burrs. Given that this is nylon on chrome, I'm not going to put any lubricant on there, I think. Just the dry lubrication is fine. And if you probably put oil on or grease or whatever, it just attracts the dust and it crumps up. So I'll certainly try it like that for a start. Okay, so this is all dried out now and it's clean and moving freely. I'm just going to put some thin graphite oil in it, just to protect against corrosion as much as anything else, without getting too sticky with any heavy oil. The graphite might help a bit as well. Dry lubrication. So just keep that going until oil appears at this other end. Make sure it's got all the way through. Okay, well, oil is coming out the bottom end now. So that's fine. Just clean up this end and put it to the bike. So you can't get the slide out without taking the carb off the bike, which is a bit of a shame. Never mind. One other good thing about changing the cable is that the new one's got a boot on the top here, which this one hasn't. So that's the old cable. There's nothing wrong with it as such, but it hasn't got any protection, additional protection on the sleeve, unlike the new one, and it doesn't have any rubber boots at all. Looks like the cable isn't long enough, which means adjusting this. Yeah, that's not going all the way down. So the outer cable needs to be shortened slightly. Interesting. I wasn't expecting that. This is supposed to be off a B50, so it should be the right length. What I'll do, I think, is just snip a bit off the outer cable at this end. There's no adjuster on here, but I'll take a couple of turns off that outer cover. That should be enough just to bring it down. Right, let's do that. Okay, so I've shortened that outer cable a bit, and it now shuts with a nice click. So that's good to go. Right, so all done. And it is neater, I think. The cable run is that much shorter, less slack in it, and everything seems to be working okay. So yeah, I'll give it a go on the road. Thanks for watching.